my channel, Lotto Med, for another tutorial video on how to play the lottery. We are going to cover a few things in this video. This video is not going to base off of our regular cash tree that we normally do for the state of Georgia. Instead, I am going to do this prediction for Canada. Yes, I said it right. I'm going to do this prediction for Canada. And I do not live in the state of Canada, but I do also have viewers and subscribers that in the state of Canada as well. So I am going to cover Canada as if I was living there. I'm going to show them how they were supposed to track these numbers, from every day the result comes out. I will show them the same thing that I do in all my other video. I will show in this video how they could go about doing that, plus other stuff that I will show in this video. Also, the small, medium, and large, that combination alone, I just want to point out for the small, medium, and large, if you were supposed to select that specific combination when you're going to play the lottery game, based off of the orders of how the numbers fall, you would have come up with 36 combinations based off of just that one of each. I call it one of each: a small, a medium, and a large digit number. Remember, I told you that those letters represent breakdown numbers from the numbers in the machine that falls from 0 to 9. So what I do, I take those section of numbers and I break them down in 3 groups, which represent small numbers, medium numbers, which are the mid-sized number, and the large number, which are the largest numbers in the machine. You will come up with 36 combinations if you use one of each numbers. Depends on however you want to turn it, but let's just say you're going to do a small, medium, and large, and in this video I am going to show you how I'm going to do a small, medium, and large number, and also narrow it down to what I need to get to those specific number to go and play if I was living in Canada. Okay, so I'm going to show you this sheet, because right now you're only seeing the top of this sheet right here, where only just the first section showing. I am going to hold the sheet where you can see all the numbers, and I have to zoom in because a lot of people watch these tutorial videos on their smartphone and then they say they cannot see. So the reason why I have to zoom in so everyone could see what I'm talking about. These are all the numbers under that one specific combination. These are 36 numbers. Pay close attention to these numbers because you will see these numbers again in whichever state you're living in. Even though I'm doing this video for Canada, keep in mind that these same specific number that I'm showing you can also come in Atlanta, Georgia. It could come in Connecticut. It could come in New York, New Jersey, Kentucky, Michigan, wherever play lottery or participate in lottery, you will see these combination again. So this is just an example. I'm showing you how many combination could fall underneath that, how many numbers set could fall underneath that one specific combination group if the machine so desire to pick that specific combination. Okay, just leave it for a second. All right, so I'm going to move this out the way, and then we are going to get into this tutorial video where we are going to cover Canada. So we are going to cover Canada, and this is for the Pick-3 and the evening, for the evening. Okay, so if you are living in Canada and you were tracking the number as I'm asking you to track the number, your spreadsheet would have looked a little something like what you see in front of me right here, where every day the number comes out, where you would have write the numbers down. So this again is all the combination for the month of November, that if you were tracking your number, your spreadsheet would have looked something like this for the month of November. So I'm moving it up and down because of the way I zoom the camera in, so you could get a full look at this sheet. This spreadsheet is for Canada. Canada Pick-3 even draw. This is what we are going to do our tutorial video on. If I was living in Canada, how I would go about tracking these numbers. This is how I would track these numbers. Look at it again before I get into the video. This is how you would have tracked these numbers. So remember this column is the order of how the numbers fall right here. Every day as the number come out, this column represent all these numbers that the machine already selected over here. And what you need to do when you're tracking your number for wherever you are residing, whichever state, whichever country, you need to write the size number over here that represent these number, because the next time you are going to try to figure out what number you need to play, you need to come over this column right here and you need to look to see what next size number you need to follow along. Even if you do not get the correct size number in order, I'm always telling you, go ahead, don't give up, still play your number, because at least you could get a box, and box is always still good because it's still winning. It's more than what you have before. Okay, so now why I show you the first sheet with that order. That first sheet based off of if you did not want to come to this column to figure out how many odds and even number. Let's say you don't in the mood to figure out, but you could figure out what is the next order coming, or you just want to play an order right here. You don't have to come here if you don't want to. Okay, you could still try to figure out the order for all these numbers, the orders of how these numbers fall. Figure out the next order that you want to go and play, and once you get that orders, then you could play from the breakdown sheet that I showed you. From this breakdown sheet that I showed you, you can go ahead and play, put all these numbers together, depends on which sheet you're playing from. Put all the numbers together from 0 to 9 and make those combination, and then you could go and play if you want to do it that way as well. If you think the process of going from column to column is too much, that is another easy way to do it. And I'm going to show you another easier way to do it as well as we get more into this video. Okay, so I'm going to move this breakdown sheet out the way for a second. So remember, from 0 to 9, I'm going to move this breakdown sheet for a second. So we are going back over here to this spreadsheet right here. Okay, just wanted to take a look at it. We're at the bottom here, Wednesday. We are doing Wednesday, November 24th, right here. Okay, so let's say I wanted to do the combination that I showed you, the one that I showed you at the beginning of the video, that let's say I wanted to do this combination right here for the next upcoming play. That combination right there. Let's just say I wanted to put it here and follow this small number, make this small number twice coming down. And again, this is just a tutorial video. It's a prediction. It is not guaranteed that this is going to be the combination. This is just a learning knowledge based content where I can help you to figure out your next possible number that you want to play when you're ready to play so let's say I wanted to do a small number and then put a medium number right here and then bring back a large number. Again, I'm going to point out that this may not be the actual number. This is just a tutorial prediction that I'm showing you how I would have go about selecting a number if I was living in Canada. If I was living in Canada and I'm trying to play the lottery in Canada, This is how I would go about doing it. The same way I was doing the one for Atlanta, Georgia, that's the same way I'm showing you how you could do Canada. The same way, or you could do Connecticut, you could do New York, you could do New Jersey, anywhere you are, Florida, anywhere, you could do the same thing, okay? All right, now we are only basing this column right here. Let's say we are not going to come over our odds and even column right here. So we are going to do this. But I'm going to show you how you could use your breakdown sheet along with your mirror and your flip number to get to that number if you can't figure out the odds and even column, because I understand sometimes the odds and even gets real tricky and it's confusing to you why you can't get it. So let's say you're not going to focus on the odds and even column and you only want to do the orders of all the numbers for, because this is an easy way to get a number, and I showed you how much numbers comes underneath this one combination. Okay, so let's narrow in on what we are going to do. Okay, so I'm going to move this and I'm going to go to the frequency sheet. So okay, so I'm going to place this right here. Now I'm going to go to the frequency sheet. This is the Pick-3 evening frequency sheet for Canada. This is Canada. This is how you would have tracked these numbers by writing how often these numbers are showing up. If I was living in Canada and I am tracking these numbers, this is how I would have go about writing down how many times these numbers are being drawn by the machine. Okay, so over here in pencil, and I advise you always do your stuff in pencil so you can erase and then write as the day, every day as the machine select how often the machine select, you erase and put the correct number here, because this is a way, this is a pattern, this is a way of developing when you're going to know when to play which number. Okay, based off of the combination that I showed you, looking at the frequency sheet for the evening for Canada, I'm already looking to see that number 3 for the month of November, for the evening draw only, we are doing evening for the month of November. This number 3 have not come as the first number that the machine select, so this is the only number that did not show up yet. Now, there is no guarantee this number will show up, but I'm just showing you based off of the combination that I select, I am more likely to target this number 3 just to see if this number is going to show up. However, if the number 3 doesn't come and the number 2 repeat itself back from the previous number that's already showed up, then I showed you on the first sheet, that combination is also in that first sheet that I showed you. But let's say you want to narrow in and you want to play this number 3, okay? Now let's move over to the second column right here. This column would represent the second digit that the machine would have selected and how often these digits are showing, and where you could see the 0 already come 4 times for the month of November for the evening Pick-3, okay? But the number 6 have not showed up yet. And remember, the combination you have, you looking for a medium number. So I would have said, if I was in Canada, I would have put this number 3 with the number 6 already. Now, I promise you another easier way to get to your number. Notice this 3 and this 6. Another much more easier way how you could get to your number is if you take the 6 and the 3, it doesn't matter how you want to turn it, but let's say you take the 6 and your 3 and you write them down 10 times. 10 times. Then you place the number 0 to 9 next to each one of them. You put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way till you get to the until you get to the number 9, okay? So that's what I would have done if I was living in Canada and I'm trying to figure out what next number that I need to play, but I just can't get that third number. I would take this number that did not show up yet, this number that did not show up yet, based off the combination that I'm looking for. Don't worry about this number 8 yet. Don't worry about that yet. I'm just trying to show you based off of that combination, that's all I would have go about and select that specific number by taking those two numbers, write it down 10 times if I can't come up with the third number. And you are going to get, depends on how much it pays out where you at, you can get the most is $290 if it does comes out that exact way. Okay, so now for the third numbers, I'm going to show you now on your mirror and your flip sheet how you could even narrow in again with the third numbers. So I'm just going to move this frequency sheet for the evening out the way. I'm moving this frequency sheet. Now this is the frequency sheet again for Canada. Same sheet that I use here for the United States, the same sheet you could use for Canada. Nothing changed. Only thing changed is the machine select the number where you at. That's the only thing that's going to change. So I'm moving this number in the view of the camera so you guys can see clearly. Hopefully you can see clearly what I'm trying to show you. Okay, so again you have your mirror and you have your flip side of the numbers, okay, for whatever number you're trying to select. The last sets of number that showed up was 2. I know I'm moving all over the place, but I gotta show you example and proof of how you could get to these numbers. So let me go back to your spreadsheet right here. Look at the number that showed up. This was the last number that showed up, 217. Now on the mirror and the flip sheet, let me fix it again so you guys could get a better look. I think that's good enough. Now the number 2 is going to bring back this number 7. Remember, you're looking for a large digit now because I showed you the number 3 and I showed you the number 6. Now you're looking for a large digit number. So now the number 2 bringing back the number 7. And remember I said numbers do repeat. They repeat or they may not even repeat. But let's say in this case the number 7 repeat. Then you would have used the number 7. And if the number 7 doesn't repeat, over the flip side of the number, this number 2 tag along with the number 9 as well. They both go back and forth because they both carry each other on the flip side of the number. So there go another large set of digit that you can use. So if you don't want to repeat the number 7, you could go ahead and do the number 9 as well. So now let's take a look at the number 1 that showed up, because remember the last set of number was 217. The number 1 over here is bringing the number 6 right here. So you take a look at this number 6. Remember, so if the number 6 does show up for that Pick-3 even upcoming drawing, then that number 1 that's already played would have given you that number 6 that you needed. If that's the medium number that's going to show up as well. So don't forget, the number 2 is also bringing number 5. So that is why I'm showing you how you could play all the numbers and still come out winning. But I'm trying to narrow it down for you. If I was living in Canada, how I would have narrowed down these numbers. So remember now the number 6 that bringing the number 1. And because that number 6 have not showed up yet. So remember we said we're going to try to use the 3 and the 6. So this number 6, the number 1 bringing it. So I am more favorable to play this number 6. Whether the number 6 come or not, I'm just showing you how I would have go about selecting it. This number 6, okay? Because the number 1 over here, the number 1 is also giving me the number 8 on the flip side of the number as well. So there go your another large digit, and that is how you use up all 3 large digit number, because see the way these number bring each number back. So you could get this number 8 also as well if you do not want to play the number 7 or you don't want to play the number 9. You could go ahead and play the number 8. At this point, we are not doing odds and even at all, because the odds and even is going to flow right in anyway because it's one of each. I'm just showing you another way how you could select your number, find narrow in on what you want to play by just using the orders of how the numbers fall. Okay, so I've showed you the 9, the 2 carry the 9, the 1 carry the 8, and also over here where the 1 carry the 6, and the number 3 that did not show up. Since there is no number that actually played previously that was carrying a 3, keep in mind that whichever number that carries one of these number can possibly carry back the number 3. Like this number 6 right here could bring that number 3 because the number 3 have not showed up yet, for only for the evening drawing as the first number that the machine select. Remember, I'm going to show you again the frequency sheet so you don't get confused. Look again, this is the frequency sheet. The first number over here is the first number that the machine would have possibly select. This number 3 have not showed up. Even though the number 3 showed up as a second number and as a third number, it did not show up for the first number. And I just showed you whichever number, that number 1 that's bringing in number 6 is a possibility it could tag along the number 3 because the number 3 also follows the number 6 on the flip side of the number. Now, this is how I play the lottery. When I'm playing the lottery, I look at all angle of how I would go about selecting my next possible number. This is how I'm expecting you to do the same when you're selecting your lottery number. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this spreadsheet right back here in front of you so you could see. This is a combination that I said I was going to play based off of how the orders of how the number coming down. I would like to play, if I was living in Canada, this is what I would have played. Even if the number come or doesn't come, this is just a prediction. This is what I would have predicted if I was living in Canada. And if you do not want to use focus your attention and the even and odd numbers over here, that's okay. I showed you, or you could just focus here, go to your frequency sheet, then go to your mirror and your flip number sheet, and you will still get the same result of what number is going to come. Now on the breakdown sheet, I am going to write one of these number over here for you. Let's say we went with the number 3 like we said, and we did the number 6. There is no guarantee that this number, these two number is going to come. I'm just showing you what I would have done if I was living there and how I would go about selecting those numbers. Let's say you want to do the 3 and the 6. Now remember, I showed you how you could get to these large numbers at the bottom right here. So now I'm going to place each one of those large number with this 3 and the 6. So I'm going to do the 7, just say the 7 going to repeat. Then I will do the same thing again. I'm putting the number 8 because the number 1 is bringing the number 8. Then I would have done the same thing again and then put the number 9 because the number 2 is bringing the number 9. Again, this may not be the actual combination that comes out today, but I promise you, you will see this combination coming up pretty soon if it doesn't show up for this particular drawing for the cast tree, for the Pick-3, should say, for Canada. Again, I'm going to show you based off of what I just put right here, the 367, the 369, and the 368. If you want to further narrow in on what number you want to select, this is all you would have gone about doing it. This is all you would have gone about selecting your numbers. So this is every single combination based off of one small digit, one medium number, and a large number. If it's set out the exact way as I showed you, if that's exactly how the machine select the number, then this will be all 36 combination that the machine could possibly select. To further narrow it down, I just showed you how I would have gone about using the mirror and the flip number, plus also the frequency sheet. I showed you how I would have gone about using the frequency sheet to show you how often these numbers are being selected, so you can know when to choose these numbers. That's all. When to choose these numbers. Always write down how often these numbers are coming. No matter where you reside, no matter where they play the lottery, this is how you would have done it. This is how I would have done it if I was living in Canada. So until next time, guys, don't forget, click like and share this video. And if you want me to go over your state and show you how I would have worked a number out in your state, comment down below and just let me know. Hope this video was helpful with the way I worked out this number for Canada, and you know, I can do other continent and also other state if you so needed it to be. Click like and share, click the subscription button. Also, don't forget, you could click that join button and become a member of this channel. Thank you. Until next time, you guys have a wonderful, awesome day and enjoy your Thanksgiving wherever you are having Thanksgiving from. I will catch you on the next video. See you.